Let's welcome into the studio Cain Rising, who are Jim, Ian, Joe, Jez and Paul. Hello.
Hello.
Now, I've got to ask you, why the name Cain Rising?
Oh, God. I'm a big Springsteen fan. I've always been a fan of his. And, you know, Adam Raised a Cain is one of my favourite songs from way back in the 70s.
Okay.
But to tell you the truth, we came up with about 3 or 4 names and we put it on Facebook and said, what do you like? And everybody came up with Cain Rising. Everybody liked the Cain Rising. So, got to go with the fans.
There we go, you see. Now, you listen to that and there's a kind of crossover, a bit Springsteen, Eagles and all of that, you know, and here you are, lead singer, and you're from Glasgow.
Yeah, originally Glasgow, yeah.
Originally Glasgow, but you've travelled around and done in lots of different things.
I've been around, yeah.
Been around. Well, no, you've done an apprenticeship, haven't you, of being in a band?
Yeah, I think they call it serving your time.
Serving your time, apprenticeship, I say, and you know, any band worth their salt has got to go up the M6 and the M1 in a transit, eat lots of takeaway food, have the hard times, spend the gig money on when the van breaks down, and do all of that stuff because that's what being in a band is. You know, that's the proper
sleep
stuff.
in the back of the transit.
It's changed an awful lot now, and the values that are there are getting out for the joy of playing, and for someone like you with a voice like that, and you've played with a lot of professional people, and now you have your own band and your own songs and stuff. How do you feel now about your way forward?
I think it's you know, I'm not a young thing, you know.
We're only all over 25 ish on this programme.
I'm 60 this year. In the 70s and 80s I was gigging, and then I kind of stopped to have a family. Yeah, lovely. And my family are all up and growing now. Yeah. And I thought it's a good time to get back out there and do it. Get loads of songs hanging around. And you're right, it's a totally different scene now from what it was then. I mean, back then I was playing 30 nights on, 1 night off. Yeah. And now there's not so many gigs around. And also the band, we're semi-pro if you like, and everybody's got families or commitments, so we can't really do the 3-month tour, as it were. But there's still gigs out there. We've got the big gigs in the area, like the Wheat Sheaf in Leighton Buzzard, or the Fox in Stony Stratford. Yeah. The stable, we'll get a gig coming up in the stables with
fantastic
stage 2. Yeah.
That's great.
We just do what we can. Yeah. And we're just pushing it. We're also, going back into the studio to do another 3 or 4 tracks, put it out in an EP. Yeah. Just to keep people interested.
Well, these songs are very strong, and you hear that and you think, gosh, I know that voice, or I know that, I know that, and that's a real good sign. I was bowled over, and when I put it on for Vinny, and he said, what's happening tonight? I said, well, we've got, lovely Black Feathers coming in, lots of interesting people, and listen to this. And he went, this is a real cruising tune, put it in my car.
Yeah, it's amazing how many people just say, I've got it in my car. The first thing I put it in my car, and it's just playing over and over in my car.
Yeah, well, that's good. That's a good sign. So you must feel enthused by that. Let's put the proof in the pudding now, because it's time to play live. Oh, all right. We've got you here, and normally there you are, electric and that, and you've brought your acoustic instruments in. Do you do acoustic sort of, strip back like this before?
We've done some, not with a full band, but before we actually got Cain Rising together, I've been gigging with Jez and Joe for decades,
15
yeah, and so we did some of the songs unplugged, did a couple of pub gigs doing it that way, and it was great just to get a feel for the songs. But so back to the roots here.
Right, what we're going to hear first of all?
We're going to do Jenny.
Okay, which is about Jenny.
It's about a couple of Jennies. It's actually about what everybody thinks is the rock and roll lifestyle, which it isn't. It's not about sex and drugs and rock and roll.
No, it's about transit vans and
it's about transit vans,
punches.
So it's a wee bit of a parody.
Broken strings.
And I think the middle bit's the only bit that's real, because the middle 8 we talk about getting on the Sunday morning listening to Van, because that's kind of my family. my daughters hate me because, like, at 10 o'clock on a Sunday morning, I get up, I put Van Morrison on full blast and fry up the breakfast, and that tells them it's time to get up. So, so there's little touches of personal life in there as well.
But it's a good menu though for their musical.
Oh yeah, it's education.
I think so. Here they are live in the studio, Cain Rising.
Okay.
Guess that's fine. Saying a line, it's only rock and roll. I got something wrong, these ain't my shoes. They'll sweat alright, but they ain't blues. Guess that's fine. I ain't lying, it's only rock and roll. Yeah. So take me home, Jenny, Jenny, won't you take me home? Take me home, Jenny, Jenny, I've been on the road too long. Come on, boy. I got 2 cute blondes there in my bed. I got some kind of wonderful in my head. Guess that's fine. I ain't lying, it's only rock and roll. I got a 3 on course and I closed the show. Now I've got nothing, nowhere to go. Guess that's fine, this ain't a line, it's only rock and roll. Yeah. So come on, take me home, Jenny, Jenny, won't you take me home? Take me home, Jenny, Jenny, I'm only skin and bone. Take me home, Jenny, Jenny, won't you take me home? Take me home, Jenny, Jenny, I've been on the road too long. Come on, guitar man. Sure, Sunday morning, I break my fast with Van. Slow man on a slow day. Gotta take it while I can. I got mugged last night, I ain't scared. They cut my hair, they cut my beard. Guess that's fine, I ain't lying, it's only rock and roll. Yeah. You know it's crazy how I walk this line. They say I'm dead, but I feel so fine. Guess that's fine, I ain't lying, it's only rock and roll. Yeah. Take me home, Jenny, Jenny, won't you take me home? Take me home, Jenny, Jenny, I've been on the road too long. Yeah. Take me home, Jenny, Jenny, won't you take me home? Take me home, Jenny, Jenny, I've been on the road too long. Yeah, I've been on this road too long. Yeah, I've been on this road too long. Take me home. Oh, come on, baby. Take me home. Oh, yeah. Woo-hoo. Oh, come on. Hey. Take me home. Yeah, we're going home. Hey.
Oh, the crowds certainly like you. That's the main thing. That's the good thing. It's all about the music with you, isn't it? And these are songs that you say you've had hanging around for a while?
No, I mean, a couple of them. There's one track in the album Restless, which I wrote about 1987. But the rest of them are, fairly recent, the last 2 or 3 years. Just get back into writing again.
Yeah.
Just thought they're all there. The ideas were sort of floating about in my head. The influences, the sparks were there.
Yeah.
And mobile phones are godsend, because when I was a kid, I'd get ideas for songs and I'd forget them before I got home to try and record them. But now with the mobile phone, I just put on the voice recorder and sing into the mobile phone
just
and capture the ideas. It's great. I've got a whole catalogue there. I could play it. You want to play it?